worst. Cursed from birth, I came to earth in a hearse. Grew in my arrogance, why am I airing this? Out on the record, I'm not proud, what I'm sharing's just the fact of the matter. Moms can back up the data, never sold crack before, just had cracks in my character. French was my accent, every sentence I was swearing at ya. Parked on the bench with my henchmen known for staring at ya. Stirring up trouble, treble, rebel without a cause. A stone's throw from death, next pebble about the toss. Never touched a drug, I just thugged and wanted the floss, until I met some MCs who presented me with the cross.
That proves life without Christ is bugged out, cause when you're Christless, you're really lifeless, like an appliance when the plug's out. When indwelling sin is involved, bad deeds come or good ones are done, independent of God. And the proof of the pudding is in the living. I used to brew smoke on the roof, was in the sniffing, while other dudes up in the crew were in the kitchen, twitching, itching to see if and when the rock was getting lit. Listen and vision, this kind of living the Christian, just living like this and just forgetting this mission. Now hit the double arrow, next scene, see my life in Christ and how this dude gets clean.
I was blind to the light, spiritual cataracts. The rhymes that I write were lyrics to battle cats. I was my own god, I was so flawed. I even stole words from my own mom, took her gold card. I had mad diseases. Now I'd rather read his word in the morning than watch Catherine Regis. I used to laugh at Jesus and at believers. I even called crap and feces masterpieces. But now I cherish Christ, cause he loved this parasite and spared my life. So I'm very hyped. For him I spit constantly fervent, with joy that bubbles over like that dishwashing detergent.
What would Jesus do? Make these heathens new. Wanna know my testimony? Read Ephesians 2. Getting high with my friends, with my eyes on some rims, trying to buy me a Benz, bout to die in my sins. Beyond conviction, would not listen to what my mind was kicking. Thought the Bible was full of contradictions. Then I read it and got confronted with the fact the contradictions were like weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Couldn't find them, so the Lord gave me a brighter glow. On mics I flow, that Christ would be highlighted though. But check the equation, that got me excited, bro. He dipped his brown man in red blood and I came out white as snow.
I knew the Lord as a young boy or a preteen. Shortly after I was captured and raptured by the street scene. Some the thief scheme, I slung the heat mean. And if they brought the ruckus, I'd cut up the beef lean. But something beneath seemed to be lurking in my person, working into my seams. And it wasn't the jeans. Could it be that this king who was stretched on the beam was calling me to play my position on his team? No more out of bounds or foul balls. I deem the dudes more important than the don'ts. Know what I mean? The blood made me gleam. His love let me see. The 180 was crazy, but exactly what a brother need.
Two suburbanites, both church deserted Christ. Perverted murderous types flirting with skirts in the night. The dangerous type playing as Satan's angels alike. Deranged with a mic, faking the life, dating your wife. Two-faced, cold-hearted, lying idolaters who choose grace, war started dying, I gotta trust. Eyes open wide shut, lie trying to hide lust. Despising the mind cause it's wildin' all the time. The evil within seizes a fetus and leaves it condemned. But Jesus amended these deeds when he bleeded for men. We could pretend that we're perfect, raised up in suburban churches, but all of our hearts are dark from the start and God is searching us.
I was the drunk guy, fake like had heat in the trunk guy. Not a punk guy, cause gave enough cast a lump die. Rick James, Stevie Wonder, Delic, Parliament funk guy. Rock him, Chris, PE all day, pumped out. Brown guy, fox hunter, aiming with vulgarity. Lady lover before snipes brought us back to popularity. Clarity smash fun when my done met the savior. His behavior changes, forced revision of my nature. Next I'm in church, word coming off the page. Preacher bucket from the pulpit like he had a gauge during the age of black power, false God supremacy. God led me to his son, now I'm walking in his energy. percolated till they tired and weak. And now it's so circulated, we're a nation of freaks. We feel the weight and herculated only to our defeat. There's not a man that ever lived that could carry the loss, except the man that ever lives who carried the cross. Now we can act like we don't know what time it is, but if we don't repent, surely we cannot live, cause we need
the bridge, the brother 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 bridge, the bridge you take them over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the adrenaline-filled life of the mic engineer. They should have been killed, but instead the head of my life footed the bill. I'm indebted to Christ, cause this dude is the real. Look, I don't have many ends, and even if I did, it wouldn't be enough to pay for my sins. Before I was born, he was beaten, flesh was torn, so I swore my allegiance till I'm dead and gone. His kindness led me steadily, while showing me everything in my heart was potentially deadly. He asked for my hand, so I gave it. The war is different now. New rules of engagement. Was living foul like flagrant, but life smells sweet to God, so now I'm fragrant. You think you got a life? I can show you how to live. Holla at your boy, and I'll meet you at the bridge.
Man, I'm glad I found a bridge that connected me, cause I was all out the way like Schenectady. How was I gonna get to the hot spot? Following me, I was headed to that hot spot. H-E-double where God is not. He saved me from my trouble, plus the body rock. Now he's taking me to the true party spot. Catch me with my new body on, singing body on. Classic from back in the day, but that was BC. I ain't going back to those days, this is the new me. Catch me making passionate plays on words and phrases, helping you see the passion as the place is like a bridge to help you get across stuff the cross does. Just that, and it's just that it's all love, all justice, all grace, all mercy, all wrath, and that's the only way you see his face, cause he's the bridge.
The brother bridge, 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 the brother bridge.
In this world, you better be strapped heavily. Never leave home without carefully packing your heavenly weaponry. And no matter what your strategy, better read. They hate the savior, so they hate your pedigree. Better believe the MC medley. We all readily credit thee. God who said let it be, and says let it stay. But y'all better learn. One day he's gonna say, okay, now let it burn. Let us turn, drop the Glock, stop the marijuana. I'm not the cops, but I got a props you have to honor. Death stalks a Terminator, did Sarah Connor. Let's walk across the bridge, he's like the Verrazana. I'm this, you were down and God saw this. Sent the flawless son who sent into my office, where he offers the cleansement in living waters. Who'll show you who the Lord is and why he gives the orders. When your heart feels the soreness from sin and sure is good to know Christ penetrates your hardcoreness. He made the thug and plus he made the ghetto real unique like the Greek word monogoneo. I know it's deep, but I warned you from the get-go. I can't be petro, can't run and hide like a gecko. Let's go, Christ is the bridge, let it echo. You can come home and stop roaming like a Greco.
The bridge, the brother 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 bridge.
The bridge will take 'em over. The bridge will take 'em. The bridge will take 'em over. The bridge will take 'em, take 'em over. The bridge will 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 take 'em over.
become an attraction. Coming with rapping, cause I've been summoned for action. To promote God, 3 in 1, then I'm dashing. Not running a fast one, but I'll be done in a flash, man. Ghost like I'm running from Batman, cause this thing is major. Made for all viewers, starring the Trinity. Covers eternity, pass on to infinity. Can it be? Man's in the cast to stay. It could have been a one-man show like Castaway, but that's the grace of at the awards, so still rack up your stats. The best leader will take supporting actor. Light, camera, action, you're on. Life is like a short movie clip, then you're gone. 4, 3, 2, 1, blip, then you're born. You perform a like film, one snip, and you're torn. Life, camera, action, what? Take the place, people know acting. Makeup, yo, that's enough. Quiet on the set. Roll till we have the cut. Y'all are human, you're a part of something booming, yo. Your life is part of a script like the Truman Show. The right arm of the infinite, set you straight. He made you small yet significant. Checks on 8 or on 8, it's all written in. He gave man as a whole a star roll with no auditioning. So work the body chose to make universal props. Before the curse was dropped, the whole universe was hot. He made land to see, then made man to be. Rulers under him, first God, then humanity. Clothed him in divinely made anatomy. Gave him majesty, but the script is more tragedy. Cause though we elevated us, somebody hated us. Came straight at us and successfully baited us. And now you see us as a whole on the hook. We only seem to wanna play the role of a crook. We wanna set it, deflect glory, don't bet it, forget it. We wanna see our names rise like the credits. In time, the star of the show seems to be people. But watch eternity, the sequel, God is unequal. This truth demands you understand that you're the man who was loved so much he became mortal like Superman 2. Call this bogus, but I'm sparking notice. Use my rap off the shoulder stuff that outshines Clark and Lois. This truth is solid, from pre-K straight on to college. PhDs can be holding some fold just like a wallet. This ain't as loud as it gets, God's people about it. Encore, no doubt it. Now let the whole creation shout it. It's light, camera, action, you're on. Life is like a short movie clip, then you're gone. 4, 3, 2, 1, blip, then you're born. You perform a like film, one snip, and you're torn. Light, camera, action, what? Take the place, people know acting. Makeup, yo, that's enough. Quiet on the set. Roll till we have the cut. Life's better than Christ than the Adam and Eve. It's a mad come up like from VCR to DVD. You can see much clearer. You can see that everything is messed up. Starting with the man in the mirror. You see what they call finer things like diamond rings or just minor things as you look behind the scenes. But no need for deleted clips, it ain't worth it. And truth he works it, cause this producer is perfect. You met the director and now you get to see how he runs the set, and next you get the privilege of zooming in the picture. Look at the scripture from different angles. Now watch him hit ya where you are. Talk your talk, the thing is hip-hop to Wall Street, you can rock to your language. Bang his story in your life or death, there's no price for breath, so give him your life instead. It goes light, camera, action, you're on. Life is like a short movie clip, then